I've never seen anything that made me say, oh wow, I want to be gay. I'm inspired to be gay because I saw that outfit.
Right.
Or because YSL made this shirt that I want to be gay so I can wear that shirt.
What's going on, America and the rest of the world? Xander J. Hobson here, comedian, director, and producer of boxing documentaries and troll to those who need trolling. This is another episode of The Devil's Advocate, brought to you by the Brilliant Artist Movement. Folks, do me a favor, because I think I might got a shadow ban on my channel. So please subscribe, like this video, share it, and by all means leave a comment in the comment section because I enjoy checking out the feedback from these videos that I make, as well as exchanging opinions and points of views with you all. So anyway, I just got finished watching a handful of interviews featuring the singer, recording artist Tank. This guy right here, he got some pretty interesting views on homosexuality and the LGBTQ.
Clarify for me, and we briefly talked about this before, when you was on Lip Service and you were saying the concept of a man can try something, I guess that's deemed gay, an act, but it does not make him gay. It was just an act that he, experimented with, but that doesn't necessarily make him gay.
Well, let's turn the tables, right? Because we've heard many a story of women.
Yes.
While I was in college,
right,
and it was just a wild time, and we never second guess that. I'll even go a step further. If there's a white guy to say, yeah, it was just a wild frat party, man, and they just, my bro, he just, he kind of lightly penetrated me. It was just, I'm saying? We were just having a wild time, man. It was like 3 kegs, we down 3 kegs.
What does one thing have to do with the other? The man asked him his views on a man engaging in a homosexual act. And Tank flips the switch and he starts talking about women and lesbianism and even threw white guys into the loop. Now, it's one thing if a person is molested as a child or raped while they're in prison. You don't have a say-so in that. You are a victim. But as for sampling homosexuality or lesbianism, male or female, you've entered into that lifestyle. You are bisexual at the very minimum. But a lot of this stuff that Tank is talking, he sounds like the guy who's trying to convince you to go in the store and shoplift. He sounds like the old pervert who's trying to convince you that it's okay to suck his dick. I mean, that's what he sounds like. He sounds like a guy who's up to no good. And that's why a lot of these entertainers, you have to take them with a grain of salt, because he's not Tank, the mayor of whatever town he's from. He's not Tank, the senator. He's not Tank, the doctor. He's not Tank, the psychiatrist. He's Tank, the entertainer and the singer. And we know entertainers and singers, they're liars, they're frauds, they're make-believe. And this doesn't make Tank a bad person, but this also doesn't make Tank an authority on what he's currently talking about.
In terms of the black community, there's a stigma, and there's a hate that goes along with being gay.
Now, I think it shows a complete lack of integrity for Tank to try to frame it as though blacks are the only race of people who would have an issue with their child being gay or lesbian. Most people, no matter what race they are, would have an issue with this. The main reason why they would have an issue with this, in my opinion, is no grandchildren. Most parents expect grandchildren from their children. And if your child is gay or lesbian, you don't get no grandchildren out of the deal. That's number one. Now, the other issues, it might just be personal. The mere fact that your son may act like a woman or your daughter may act like a man. Those are other issues that most parents, no matter what race they are, would have an issue with this. But again, in today's current climate, most people don't have these conversations because they're lying to themselves. But deep down inside, if they had an ounce of integrity, they say that they don't like it. Now, if you have a child that's gay or lesbian, the chips are going to fall where they may. But for the most part, if a person is being honest with themselves, no one wants a child that's gay or lesbian. And it doesn't matter what race they are.
It stems from, something within our culture that has created this stigma.
Yeah.
That is the somehow there's a program to make black men gay. Like you see it everywhere.
Yeah, for sure.
There's an attack on
there's an agenda.
Strong black men.
Mm-hmm.
But who's the attack coming from?
Mm-hmm. Do you believe there's an attack?
How?
No, I'm asking. Do you believe?
Again, that's my answer.
Oh, how?
How?
Now, this is why you can't take these entertainers and athletes seriously, because they've drunk the Kool-Aid, they've been compromised.
Put it in my ass. Put it in my ass. Put it in my ass. I can take it. Put it in my ass. Put it in my ass. Come on. Right here in the ass.
There's no way this man can honestly sit there and say that there isn't an effort to try to make the black male image feminine. You see it all the time. They're pushing it with the rap music. They're pushing it with the athletes. It's no different when they were trying to make blacks look like buffoons. The blackface, the butler, the maid, the clown, the pimp, the low life and pariah of society. So for this man to sit here and try to act as if this is not a fact, this is why you can't take these entertainers seriously.
Well, I think as people say it, through media, through fashion, through what's acceptable. Because
who?
Because if you think about it, back in our generation, we're the exact same age. We didn't see homosexuality. It's been around since the beginning of time, but it was your auntie's friend, your uncle's friend. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But now it's more in your face, more acceptable. It's more mainstream, actually trendy.
The brother hit it right on the nose. It's trendy. And how is it trendy? Because it's being pushed by the athletes, by the entertainers. That's why it's trendy.
But think about this. Again, where does the agenda come from? Mm-hmm. Because we're talking about Prince. We're talking about Michael Jackson.
Right.
We're talking about Cameo. We're talking about Rick James had beads and braids.
That's right.
Extensions.
I mean, that street songs, he had on red leather boots on the album.
I portrayed Rick James in a lip sync battle.
Yeah.
Those heels hurt. I can't wait. You're different
Right.
if you can survive. You can do a show in those.
Facts.
Right.
Prince used to wear heels and would take your woman.
When I talked to Babyface, he was like, it was called being breed in Minneapolis. That was the term for dressing and looking like that.
Hey, okay, America and the rest of the world. I've had enough of Tank and all of his propagandist bullshit. Okay? Now, if you really think that any healthy-minded, red-blooded American male, or any male around the world for that matter, looked up to Michael Jackson, Prince, or Rick James, you are way out of touch. I mean, we love their music, yes, but as far as wanting to be them, no. As a matter of fact, fuck no. Okay, so I've had enough. Most people don't have an issue with whether a person is gay or lesbian or who they sleep with. Most people don't care about that. What people have an issue with is the agenda that is being pushed. And for Tank to sit here and behave as though an agenda wasn't being pushed and isn't being pushed, again, shows that the man has a complete lack of integrity. Hey, thank God that President Trump and the Republicans have regained control of power, because America was going down a dark path. And this is one of the main reasons why Kamala Harris and the Democrats lost the election. So with that said, I'm done with it.